Hey everyone, welcome. Today I'm coming to you from the top club level room of the Contemporary Resort in the Walt Disney World Resort in Florida. This has been one of the most magical places in the world for me. When I was 13 in the early 70s, my parents brought me. Bringing me here changed my life. And I spent the next 40 years bringing a good number of people back here, hoping that the magic would change their life too. And I think this is a good place to bring up a really important subject about life and relationships. There's a huge disappointment that happens in people's lives. At a certain point in their life, they're setting themselves up for disappointment a lot of times when they meet somebody for the first time. And that is because they don't see what's really there. They see what they want to see. They see the fantasy. They see potential. They see a shell of what they like, but then beyond that, they see what they hope it becomes. They see a person, a situation that they've dreamed about, and they're pretty sure they can make this person into that situation. Oh, they've got some flaws, but I can change that. I can make that happen. And it doesn't. The real sad truth of life, or the reality of life, is you really can't change people. They're not going to change. Now, I know I made a video recently about everything changes, and people do change. But the secret is you can't change them. People change on their own when they're ready to change. And a lot of times it's not something that they do. There's different kinds of changes. There's the change where they change because they have to, and that is often fear-based. For example, they're told they have cancer, so they suddenly change everything, the way they eat, their lifestyle, but they don't do it because they're excited about it or because they want to do it. They do it because they don't want to die. So they start eating the foods they don't want to eat, the healthy stuff. They do the healthy lifestyle changes. They force themselves to change. And when you force somebody to change, they do it reluctantly. And if you, as a person, tries to change another person, they're going to ultimately resent you if they do change because of you. They have to want to do it. And what happens with these people who change their lives, who, for example, with this situation of having cancer and having to change their lifestyle, after they're told it's gone, it's in remission, what do? They celebrate and go back eating the same foods that they had before that caused it in the first place. Yay, time to celebrate. And then there's the people who change because they want to, out of inspiration. When I first came here, when I was a teenager and my parents brought me here, you could say they changed my life because they brought me here. And I thank them for bringing me here. But they didn't make me. They didn't bring me here for the purpose of changing my life. They didn't bring me here to force me to change. I changed because I wanted to, because this inspired me so much. I saw so much potential of what could happen in the world. I went, wow, this is what's possible? Oh my God, I could do this and this and that. It just got so many things going in me. It sparked so many things creatively that I wanted to share that with other people. And I brought a good number of people here over the years, over the last 40 years, wow. And none of them really changed because I brought them here. I mean, they might have had an okay experience, but it didn't change their life. And that made me kind of sad because I want them to have the same experience I had when I came here. And there are a number of people, lots of them, whose lives do change. But again, it's not because somebody forced it on them or brought them here for that purpose. It's because they happened to be here and it happened to happen. And they were ready for it. They allowed it to happen. So that's really a big lesson in life, is that when you meet somebody, you really got to work hard to see what's really there, because most people, when they meet somebody and they want a relationship, they want it so bad, they force themselves to see what they want to see, and they're blinded by reality. They overlook the things they don't want to see. You could call them flaws, but they're not really flaws. It's just, you can't turn a turtle into a rabbit. It just is what it is, and that's not really a flaw. It's just the character of that being to be that way. So you need to see that when you first meet somebody and you're trying to start a relationship. You got to see what's really there and tell yourself, this is probably not going to change. Yes, you can try to force it on them, but that's going to make them resent you even more down the road. The more you try to change somebody, the more they don't want to change. It's like they become more stubborn, they become more rigid. People don't really like change. That's why they eat comfort foods. They want to be comforted. They want to have that feeling of, oh, I know that feeling. It feels good. I'm going to keep having that. That's why people don't want to try new things that are scary to them, that maybe I won't like it. Maybe it'll taste bad. Maybe it'll be a bad feeling. Maybe I just won't enjoy life anymore. So people, they have to do it on their own. And it has to come from a feeling of excitement and something new, and they're ready for it. And that might never happen in your lifetime when you're with somebody else. Their time might come, but it might not be when you want it. It might be like after you're already gone, or in another lifetime or whatever. But the point is, you can't change people. They will change slowly, but only over time when they're ready. And it might not even be the way you want it to be. A lot of times when you go back and you see somebody you haven't seen in years, maybe you split up and you see them 10, 20 years later, they probably didn't turn into what you wanted them to be in the first place. They went completely the other way. Because people are unique. They're their own unique beings. And that's what makes the world kind of interesting, is that everybody's different. You can't, if there was so many people alike, that'd be kind of boring. So the difference is actually good for a lot of reasons, because it helps people see problems from different perspectives. Problem solving is improved because of the different perspectives. Life is just more interesting for all the things. But anyway, so I just wanted to say the magic is different for everybody. What's magical to one person is not magical to another. And you have to accept that. You have to just be in your own little magical world and just appreciate it for yourself. And if somebody wants to join you in that world who sees it that way too, great. But you can't make this person turn into that person. And that's a big lesson in life. That's something that it really makes a lot of people sad when they realize that their investment of time with this person just isn't paying off. And in the holidays, it's the holiday season right now, that's a big time where people realize that. And it's kind of a very heart-wrenching, emotional, that's why a lot of fights break out on the holidays. It's sad, but that's the truth. It comes out. A lot of breakups happen over the holidays because people are forced to see what's really there. Then the new year comes, new life, new chances. Try it all again. So anyway, I really hope that my videos help you see things for really what's there and the possibilities of what you can do. Really, the only person who you can change is yourself. And when you do, you start attracting more people and things and situations to you that are like that. So really the thing you need to change, if you want to change anything, is yourself. And then you're going to attract the things that you want more of, like that, to you. Don't change that person or that person. Change you. Make yourself the best, most magical being you can be, and you'll attract other magical beings and situations into your life that mesh with that. That's it. That's just that easy. So, I hope you have happy holidays. I hope you have a great life full of magic and wondrous experiences. Don't have too many expectations. Just enjoy the stuff that's presented to you as it's given to you. All right. Happy holidays, everyone. See you in the next video.